You're safer here than any place else.
If we should ever crave for death.
Go.
I was like, oh, what's that? It's fantastic. I was like, when the light gets down like that, yeah. And I was like, oh, what's the light up there? Something like that. So I was kind of, but I was like, oh, we're locked in. I'm used to being locked in everywhere. It's a bit no freedom anyway. I was like, you can't get it. I can't just try anyway. And then, oh, funny, you know. I was like, yes, freedom. Freedom. No, I'm not going to jump up. Man, if I could fit through that, I suppose I really want to, but that's not the freedom I had in mind. But then I opened it and I was like, oh, it's moody out there. Everything's going to be alright. It's going to be alright. It's just, yeah, having moments of, you know, I'm convinced sometimes that there's no other life around and everything's a robot, and sometimes it feels like that, but then Mooney, it can be, he's different all the time, and that's the lovely thing. The moon, my mate, Mooney, he's bright and he's been assumed all sorts of different caricatures, been a lot of projecting of the moon going on around, and I've projected onto the moon many times. Maybe a projected moon. Oh, don't want to necessarily confuse you, but who are you? And I don't know if you're going to hear any of this. I couldn't really hear a fucking thing. But the window's open, and I can expect that noise is going to get up here from there so loudly when the window's open, for sure. Very blue sky up there, nice and dark, and yeah, I'm down the bay on a somewhat planned and unplanned, tiny little, I suppose, well, it was expensive a little bit, yeah, for one night, and still in the jam, but you know, the jar is, well, look, it's firmly closed tight, and perhaps that's what you'd like if you wanted to keep jam from going off or leaving or getting too high, and opening the lid of the jar and, you know, yeah, leaving. So maybe that explains a lot without having to say a lot or making maybe any sense to many. In which case I'd be like, oh, you're a bot. Me might be. Probably wouldn't be hearing me. Yeah, but sometimes try to get closer to getting the lid off the jar, and you get a sense that there's others of me and we, and indeed helping from the outside of the jar, helping to turn the lid. Is it a toroidal perspective? It's a bit complex because it looks like it's going the other way when really we're going the same way. I mean, it could be. I don't know. Just really applying that analogy or realistic geometry or universal geometry to this particular, yeah, another evening in the can't get too far from it. Me can't get too far away from me. Sometimes it's alright like that. Other times it's like, shit, that version of me is not being very polite, and that could be the mother type that I'm supposed to be half from. I've certainly said such insight. Yeah, guess call it shite if you want. I mean, it's a matter of perspective again, and yeah, look, often I think mine stinks more than it does, and it could be the opposite problem to what some of them have. Hey, they're convinced theirs doesn't stink, and I'm thinking mine's bloody doesn't stink that good at all. A bit later, I have you know, just to continue, I'll be like, I happen to have a sniff, and be like, oh, that's alright. I was thinking that was horrendous. It's only sleep, you know, but it says more, you know, something about me, and something about we. Alright, and, oh, shit, I mean, yeah, low-minded, low-brow dialect or amount of experiences to draw from, bringing me down to the basics, ones and twos and 1, 2, and not, now it's binary, I suppose. He acknowledges, although 1 and 0, well, it's more accurate, but let's not completely redact it. You can't. It said it's communication. I don't want to disrupt the flow. Just help to flush it sometimes, and I'm happy to see it when it goes or not. And I suppose, you know, I don't, smell it when I got to, and when I want to. Maybe it smells a bit better than when I don't want to. Yeah, and I'd rather be smelling my own than anyone else's, I suppose. That's another. That's not too close to home. I'm talking about this toilet humour time around, feeling a little bit like romper-rooms. But yeah, everyone's still in it. Just grew up and looked bigger. Some of them acted a little bit more grown up, and I'd figured I was one of those, but I don't know that I am. It's just that maybe like the other children that were in the romper room, whatever it was called, whatever was going on in that room, maybe too much romp and buggered it up for all, and that was another poor choice of a word, a pun, another one. Yeah. Often wondering why I'm tired, and then offering the solution to myself in a short matter of time. That it's because of because of mine. Anyhow, you might be similar or different, and that's alright. I don't know what I'm saying. It's so much in a way. Just still playing. Did got a slightly different vantage this evening, and I was excited, not so, and held back and advanced. Pretty hard to split when was what and what was, now or then. Now it's a bit easier to be reflect on and go, or some things, blah blah blah. Same things you've kind of gone around a number of times and bounced your head on the inside of your own jar, and seemed as though it was the outside. I mean, you went outside to do it. You could technically, I'm close to being outside now if you want to really drill down. It's probably irrelevant and entirely relevant for the point I'm attempting to share now, just with the bathroom here and the Atlantic Tower and the city below with my mate Mooney holding standard as he does hour by hour. Sometimes I don't see him for days. It can be a bit, it looks up to Mooney really. Things get weirder when he's not about. That's true. The moon's in me and the moon's in you. That's also true. So are you. And I didn't bring any food in here because I was like, a number of reasons. I have to go through them all now. But funny enough, I'm a bit hungry and gonna have to go ahead without or out to find some food without spending the entire time moaning about and then going, why is everything shut? Oh, well, it already kind of is, but no, there'll be something. I'll find something. But if I did keep going on, which I'm going to not, it's a possibility, and that's partly what was getting me off the pot, I was going to say, and staying in the bathroom and I don't really smoke much of that these days. I think I'd like to actually go back to doing it more like I used to. Perhaps that's part of the. Yeah, it could be part of the problem, part of the paradigm, part of the riddle, part of solving the whole. Well, that moment in time, and that was certainly, yeah, for sure. Everything's got its moment. That's a funny headline. It's just a moment's advantage. I can't get him on there. Yeah, I've seen lights in a three-dimensional type from above sight, but they were like they were curvy, like, yeah, like eyes on the road in front of the car and stretching the dimension between the road and I, and I suppose many's understandings of light and cars. For me, just see it do it there again. Don't know if it's on the thing or not. I'm looking down in the inverted commas reality below. But yeah, look, lots of things that when you notice them in the show, they can, surprise you and reinforce to the wires that, yeah, you're in a show. Alright, call it what you want, yo. It's simulated, it's inside and outside of your mind. It's completely evaded my ability to remember what the fuck I was necessarily going to say. There were a few things wasn't happy with them. Evaded didn't really work. It would have been better if I skated. No, well, sometimes, yeah, for sure. Because you're in the moment then, and that's usually the best times. You're reminded that there is only now, and you don't think about the other bullshit all around. And that's why I miss riding my motorbike, and I'll be doing that again soon, and I realise that, and so I don't mind too much about that, except for just now here for us, and the bloke sitting on top of this car looks a bit like a giant version of one of some of so I can't see on the thing now. I was with my eyes, that might not reassure you anymore, and I'm not necessarily trying to assure you, reward you for it, or assure you. Perhaps you might not have needed the on the assure that I was not needing to give you all along. And if you felt that you took it, that's all right. I was offering it. You didn't have to. So, but just the once. I don't need to repeat it. I don't know, like Peter. He obviously does that a lot. Nah, it's a very good one. You popped in the spot. All right, on out. That's all I answer. Oh, I missed it. It's alright. Well, yeah, everyone's seen Trump dancing to the YMCA before. It's frankly, it's funny thing. It's got more legs than one would consider that man would have if he's even got legs. I mean, who the fuck knows what's empty kegs in the head on that part of the show. But anyhow, alright, much love. Bye now. Bye. Oh no, I'm still here. See you. Oh. Yeah, a little bit of freedom here, I noticed. It's good. It's been getting steadily eroded in my dream, almost consistently, as the freedoms felt like it's lifting, overloaded, and maybe where I go, we have more freedom. We're creating, it's happening, and then but it's like something is a little bit onto that, and it could be because it's also all within me and without me, and clamping down on things to almost try and match it in the middle evenly. And I'm like, who the fuck? Well, it could be me. I've been trying to be balanced with things, not always. That's part of the fucking riddle. Or not, times work out where is the middle. If I go on either side, that's how it goes in the pendulum ride. But that was a good balance there, because I found this bit of freedom amongst a lot of fucking no humans and too much computer fucking assuming. But I'm like, I shouldn't have assumed that I couldn't do that. And look, I just did it. The breeze came in to remind me and say, thank you. You remember me? I do. Thank you, breeze and meaning. That's right. I know I was just a moment ago talking about you. I'm back. what happens. Oh, so sad. I missed it. That's a horrible shot, that one. But yeah. I'm going. I'm going now. I'm here. You know what I mean. Nice love. Nice love. Sometimes it's a little rough. But I think overall, it's lovely stuff. Love. Bye.